Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is SummerMonae and I am really excited today to share with you guys. I am doing something a little bit different on my YouTube channel just to end off this year. I decided to do readings for each of the signs. So for air, fire, and earth and water. So I'm really looking forward today just to try something new, just to share with you guys. So before we get started in today's reading, I want to let you guys know if you're ever looking for a personal reading by me, please make sure to always click the Wizio link in the description box below, or you can also send me an email as well. And in today's video, I am going to be focusing on my air sign. So we have our Geminis, our Libras, as well as our Aquarius. I am a Gemini sun, so I'm really excited to see this reading today. I did feel called to pull in a clear quartz for clarity, a beautiful amethyst for us to just deepen our intuition, and our favorite crystal, which is our throat chakra, which is basically like the air sign energy, is the sodalite, which is going to be great for us to express ourselves very authentically. For today's reading, I just felt called to pull from three oracle decks. I do have my lesson cards, my daily crystal, as well as our angel answers. So I know that you guys see a lot of cards here today, but I'm really excited to just dive deep into it and also just share with you guys the advice that we have so we can end off this year in a way that will start the next year in a positive light, because as we all know, it how you end something is also how you start something. So let's just jump right into today's video. So the first card that we did get, I'm going to be pulling from our daily crystal, and that is Smoky Quartz, Let It Go. So right now I feel like for air signs, life is requiring us to just like let things go that we have no control over, let go of pain of this year, let go of maybe past mistakes of this year. I really feel like life is requiring all of us to just let it go, like just detach from it. That's the biggest thing. So if there's something in your life you feel very attached to, that you feel like you're kind of holding on too tight to, this is a great opportunity for you to just loosen up that grip and let it go and see how the universe can provide for you. We also got Rainbow Obsidian. This is telling us like it's time to heal your heart too. So it's about like diving deep and just looking at yourself and how your heart is operating right now. This is also a great time at the end of the year for like self-reflection. So this is a great time to heal the things that you feel that you need to heal from before you really start this new chapter in your life. I know that the new year is essentially on January 1st, but I technically consider it to be an Aries season. So I feel like the time is still now to do this work right now, because by Aries season you'll be able to really start off a new fresh year, a new cycle. The next card that we did get is Phantom Quartz, Embracing Change. So the only way for change to kind of happen in our life is like if we kind of embrace it. We have to always remember that change is the only constant. So how is it that we can embrace it in a way that will be positive? And one affirmation that I really enjoy to say is, I welcome positive change into my life. I am so excited for this positive change in my life. That's a way for me to embrace it. That's a way for me to just kind of feel like I'm flowing with it versus pulling away from it. So just dance with that. Dance with change. As I'm saying that, I feel called to bring in my Black Obsidian, because Black Obsidian promotes change and it also just repels negative energies. The next one that we did get is Clear Quartz, Get Crystal Clear. So what is it that you want in your life? Like, what do you want 2020 to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What accomplishments do you want to have? How much money do you want to have? If you have a business, how do you want your business to flow? If you want to start a business, how do you want it to flow? I think this is a great time to just ask yourself questions so you can get clear on things, because the more you know about something, the kind of less you know about something else, right? So I just want us to ask ourselves better questions so that we can get more crystal clear. And another thing too I'm going to share with you, it's the more that you know that you like, you get more clarity on what you don't like as well. So I just want to share that with you. We also got the crystal Lapis Lazuli, and I really enjoy this crystal because it kind of goes hand in hand with the sodalite. It's a blue crystal, throat chakra energy. That's a lot of Gemini energy here. And it's about making a decision. So I think I need you to ask yourself, what choice, because I know there is a choice, maybe if I'm speaking this to you and the first thing that came to your mind is the thing that you need to focus on right now and give attention to, what choice do you have to make? And just make that decision, because I always share with you guys, when I went to see Tony Robbins at his event, he said it only takes 3 seconds to make a choice, so make your move, right? So just make the move. What is it that you have to do? Just make that choice. Know that it's the best choice for you, because a great affirmation you could even say to yourself is, I make the best decisions for me, so that every time you make a choice for yourself, you never have to second guess it. You just trust and believe that that choice is made just for you. So that's where that security will come in. The next crystal that we did get is Tiger's Eye. Overcome your fears. I feel like right now, as an air sign, there's just a lot of mental energy going on right now for me personally. And I find that fears are coming up, but like they need to come up in order to be aware of them so that you can empower them and bring light to them, right? So I think when you see a fear in your life, when you see something coming that you don't really want to come into your life, embrace it in a way that you're able to have a different perspective about that specific fear, right? Look at the fear as a pivotal point for you to do something different, to bring awareness to something, to shift something. Because I feel like dancing with fear is something else that Tony Robbins had taught me, not to necessarily run away from it. So see what fears are coming up for you and trust and believe like you are empowered. You have this like unlimited mindset of abundance from source, and just trust and believe that, you know, this is just illusion. Fear is an illusion. That's something else I really wanted to share with you guys. The next one that we did get is selenite, which is clear the clutter. So I think this is a great time to clean out like whatever clothes you haven't necessarily worn in the last 3 months. I think you should throw out anything that you haven't given attention to or any light to within the last 3 months that is in your physical space. It's a great time to get rid of it, because the more space that you create in your life, the more that life can give you things to fill up that space, that void. So just clear the clutter. Also, just working with selenite is great to cleanse your energy as well. So another great practice for cleansing energy that I'm going to share with you is clapping. So anytime you feel stagnant, anytime you maybe feel fearful, or anytime that you feel like you're too attached to something, just start clapping and it will literally cleanse out that energy. At the top of the deck, we did get rondochrosite, which is saying, remember your worth, okay? So I feel like that's coming upon this decision that you have to make. Remember your worth. Remember that you're worthy of all the things that you are asking for. And another thing, too, it's like, know your worth. Like, make a mental note of who is adding to your life and who's not, and like cut off the people that aren't. And also work situations too. Like if you feel like you want to elevate your life, you're going to have to take risk. You're going to have to take leaps of faith in your life. And I just feel like you have to remember your worth to know that you can take leaps in your life, that you are one with the universe, and that life does support you in all ways. And then at the bottom of the deck, interesting, we got is See the Magic by Labradorite. At the bottom of the deck, I always signify that as something that we're not looking at. And I think some of us are forgetting the magic of life because maybe of all of this pain right here, the things that we have to let go of, healing the heart, making a choice, you know, facing the fears. I feel like by doing all of that, that can kind of steer us away from remembering the magic, from remembering our worth. And Spirit just wants us to know that the magic is here for you because you're worthy of it, but you still have to see it. You still have to give focused energy to it. So that is just the guidance from our daily crystal on how it is that basically what we need to hear right now before this year starts, the new year starts rather. So the next deck that I am going to go over is my new deck. I'm really grateful for that. Also, like, shout out to you guys who you know, donate in any way that you can through my PayPal or Cash App or even through Super Thanks. I'm really grateful for that. And the first card that we did get is Patience, and the affirmation is, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So patience, I feel like that's a temperance card right there. Maybe some of us are thinking we have to be someplace at this specific time, and life is here to remind us that the less attached you are to outcome, the more and magical things that can happen in your life. But it does require you to be patient. I feel like that's another word for trusting too. So just trust that everything's working out for you, even if you don't feel like it's happening in the timeline that you see best fit. I feel like life is just asking us to just wait, clear out is what I'm saying. So like, I think this is a time of maybe some of us are feeling a bit negative, or pessimistic about life, and that's okay because we're aware of that energy. But now is the time to bring in light, to bring in that patience so that the universe can do its work for us. And also we see that green, that blue. Green, I want to say heart chakra, blue is throat, purple is third eye, we got the red, the orange, the lower body, chakras as well as the yellow. So I want to say that's kind of working with all chakras, making sure they're all balanced, because if they are all balanced, then there's no need to rush or feel like you have to be someplace at a specific time. The next one that we did get is honesty. And the affirmation states, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I feel like life is telling us, like, be honest. Like, it's time to be truthful with yourself, but also a time to not be judgmental of your truth, of your honesty. So really take a time to look back at this year. What mistake did you make? What things didn't work in your life? What things did work in your life? And just be honest with yourself. I think that's the most important thing. And it's okay if it stings a little bit, but don't stay there forever. Continue to move on and just bring light to that awareness. And the last one that we did get is envy. And the affirmation is, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So, and we also have the solar plexus and sacral chakra energy in this card. I want to just shout out to say this right now. I want you to affirm with me. I am safe. I am secure. One more time. I am safe. I am secure. I know sometimes that we can feel envious of other people when we see other people prospering, or you're not, like, perfect example, like Instagram. You don't necessarily see people's struggles on their platform because everyone's trying to show their best selves, right? But I think this is telling us, like, don't be envious of all the glitter that you may see out in the world, because everyone has challenges too. And I think this is also a reminder for us to not be jealous or envious or feel like we can't have it, because we are worthy of having everything that we see. Even if it's viewing someone else's success, like, we're worthy of that too. And that also means success is around the corner for us, because we can see it, it's in our vicinity, and we can even hear about it, right? So there's no reason to be envious. Release that envy and, like, have inspiration instead. Be inspired by what it is that is causing you to feel that emotion, so that you can too get on that frequency and achieve that same thing, okay? Or even more than that. At the top of the deck, we did get growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I see that energy, honestly, even within myself. I know I want to expand. I know I want my awareness to expand, but that does require us to do things a little bit differently and not reacting to certain things the way we may have in the past as well. So that's something I do want to share with you. And then at the bottom of the deck, what we don't see, I feel like we got the regret card. I know that I cannot change the past, and I feel like I don't want us air signs to, because when we are viewing the past, right, I don't want us to be in that energy of regretting, because that's where judgment comes in. Maybe that honesty, right, about the past, or just things that we have to bring attention to. Don't have regret, because trust and believe that that is ultimately leading you to where you need to be. That lesson that you had to learn maybe time and time again, right, after cycle, is what is ultimately going to lead you to where you want to be. But I just think the question that we have to ask ourselves is, so that we don't have regret, don't make the same mistakes multiple times. And it's okay if you do, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing I want to share with you. But just be excited to know that you have this lesson that you have learned, and then you're excited to bring in that enlightenment and awakened energy into your new reality. So that is just a reading from our lessons deck. And then lastly, I don't want to make this too long. I'm just going to go over with you guys our angel answers. And the first card that we did get is there's no need to worry. Okay, that's, like, really beautiful to see here. I will say this. This is a really nice card to see, because I feel like a lot of us maybe have been feeling that worried energy because, again, things are not necessarily happening in the time that we see best fit, and it's requiring us to be more patient. And it's like, maybe some of us are in a tower moment right now too. I don't know why I felt called to share that, but even if we don't even know where the solution is coming from, just still focus on it. Focus and trust that there is a solution in your life, and that there is no need to worry. But life is telling us to wait. That's something else that we got. So just hold on, you know. Tony Robbins also taught me, when you feel like you have nothing left inside of you, you still have 30%, so keep pushing, you know. I feel like life is telling us to push through right now, so we have to do it. And the next card that we did get is get more information. So just collect more data on what it is that you're trying to achieve in your life, that will take you to the next step. But I feel like this waiting period is also about being in your feminine energy. Like, wait to receive. Don't necessarily have to do much, but I can't necessarily say that because of the next couple cards that we did get. The last one was compromise. So there is something that you have to compromise on, bring balance to justice to. So I will share that. At the top of the deck, we did get take action, which kind of negates wait. But I think this take action is just basically going to come from that intuition. When you feel the need, when you feel like you're ready, when that time comes, because only you know it. There will be no one else that knows it. But when that time comes to take action, will be after you have done all this work to then prosper, to then achieve all the things that you're excited to have. At the bottom of the deck that we don't see that's required though is forgiveness. So forgiveness for self, right? There's no regrets here. Forgive yourself for all activity, for all past experiences, for things that you may have done that didn't necessarily add to your life, but it did bring light to something. It did bring light to the work that needs to be done to prosper. It is preparing you for the next step of your life. So yes, to all my beautiful air signs, this is our reading for basically what we need to hear right now towards the end of this year, the work that we have to do to continue to be prosperous. I'm sending each of you like a really tight hug right now, because I feel that energy, but I just want you to know, like, just hold on a little bit longer. We're almost there. We can literally feel the abundance on its way. I know I can feel it. I know you can too. But life is just saying, be a little bit more patient, because it has more to give. It has more surprises to give. And I just think we need to remember right now that life wants us to prosper. Life wants to surprise us in ways that are more grand than what we're even looking at. So can you imagine right now that this waiting period is really just the universe getting more things ready, lined up for you? You know, like, just change that perspective to that and trust and believe and know that there's nothing to worry about. So yes, my beautiful air signs, that is our reading for the end of this year. I trust and hope that you guys really enjoyed today. Please let me know in the comment sections below if you resonate with this video. Also, please make sure to check out your other signs in your chart if you feel really aligned to. And I'm sending you guys so much love, light, and grace, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.